So after months of teasing, Rockstar Games has finally released the first major update for Red Dead Online, and we've all had some time to think about it. So, Red Dead Online's Frontier Pursuits update. What do the players really think about it? Now, this is admittedly a pretty hard question to answer, but luckily 17,000 dedicated Red Dead Online players came to the call and answered so we could share their feedback here today. And while it wasn't Undead Nightmare 2 or the Mexico expansion that many people were requesting, there is still a ton to talk about, a ton to unpack, and frankly, a ton of opinions about this whole thing. Now, while I was reading everything that you guys submitted, I came across three main themes that, for the purpose of this video, we will be nicknaming the good, the bad, and the ugly. And you know me, being a beta boy, we are starting with the ugly, which is the nickname for the bugs that this update introduced or didn't fix or just are generally plaguing the game. Now, Red Dead Online is no stranger to bugs. If you've played ever, especially since the beta, they have been prevalent almost as much as cowboys and horses. The alert screen has become something of a meme, which you actually just saw me use, and then on top of that, with the introduction of the bounty hunter and some other things in Red Dead Online, now rewards are not being given to players, including XP and a number of other things. So we are going to read some comments just to give you guys a peek into the life of a Red Dead Online player. And just for a little bit of additional context, the question that everybody is responding to here is Red Dead Online's huge update has been out for a bit now, so was it worth the wait? And of the 17,000 people who replied, 22% of them replied via the meme about being disconnected from Rockstar, which just goes to show you how much this really is prevalent. But we'll jump into what the people are actually saying. So the number one top comment says, it would be great if animals spawned as often as they do during trader sell missions. And for those who are unfamiliar, if you're a trader and you run a sales mission for some reason, just like when you're playing a normal mission in Red Dead Online, animals spawn everywhere. I don't know if this has something to do with coding for real or if this is just a placebo effect that we have all noticed, but I have noticed it as well, and it's really, frankly, kind of annoying. And I don't know if this is on purpose or if this isn't on purpose, because they might be wanting you to be vulnerable and get off your wagon and kill some animals, but at the same point in time, you can't do a sell mission and have your hunting wagon out. So it's really only good for things that you could put in your satchel, and even then, I don't think it's that worth it. So I wouldn't think this would be on purpose, but at the end of the day, we're just not sure, but it is really annoying. Another top comment here that says 50% of my playtime is looking at the error code, and that's the error code for getting disconnected via Rockstar Game Services. So you can see how big of a deal this whole server issues thing is for people. I have a video that I put up a long time ago that's doing a lot of views right now just because of the fact that people are so upset about it. And with the increased player numbers from this massive update, we are just getting an influx of people being frankly confused about what's going on and why they can't connect to play their favorite Western game. And this one is really funny to me, mostly because it uses another Red Dead meme, but it says the bugs gave me lumbago, and I mean, honestly, I feel like they've given us all lumbago. And it seems like the bugs are the main barrier between people enjoying the game and not enjoying the game, as perfectly summed up by this next comment here. It says, I'd love it if they fix the camp spawning issue, where it won't from time to time, and the wildlife spawning issue. Otherwise, the update would hold me over for a time. And it looks like North Korea's Supreme Leader actually also has some comments about the new Red Dead Online update. Kim Jong-un says, meh, the disconnects far outweigh the quality of the DLC. More comments saying things like, my camp never spawns, I like the huge update, I just hate the huge glitches that come with it, and Rockstar needs to fix the disconnected problem and all the bugs in the game, like starting a bounty hunter mission and not getting paid, nor rank up, and the camp problem where you can't set up your camp. There's a great read here from Bruno Lopez. I'll flash on the screen now if you want to read this whole thing. It's a great read, and I thank you for leaving this long of a comment, my friend, but we're gonna move on to one of these other sections, because I think you guys pretty much get the point about the ugly. Now, forgive me for structuring the video this way, but we're going to talk about the bad next and the good at the end. So if you're interested in just hearing the good, feel free to skip to that section. However, there's a lot of things people are still really upset about that don't concern glitches and bugs and what have you. We're going to start off with a comment here about role outfits, and if you don't know, role outfits are a reward that you can get for progressing a section of the game or a subtype of the game of your character to a certain level. Level 5, level 10, level 20, all of these things take time and are rewarded with cool outfits. And across the board, people are upset about them. We've got a comment here that says role outfits cannot be customized to any noticeable extent. I feel like I was lied to. Role outfit bandoliers, those are things that hold ammo, have no bullets in them, and gun belts still have no bullets in them as well. Role outfit satchels don't work, as in they don't open, and have no physics. They stretch out when you bend over. Very disappointing. Another comment here, more on the gameplay side of things, says I can't stand the thought of another eternity just grinding and farming. I actually want to experience things with others. This flat out sucks. It's a glorified shopping update if we're being realistic. Another comment going back to the role outfits, but more specifically the pieces of the role outfit, says we need actual bandoliers and gun belts that let you hold more ammo. It's stupid that they're just cosmetic and a waste of money as well, as we need to be able to rob stores and homesteads for good loot like money clips and gold. And this is something that Rockstar said they were adding into the game in relation to the more loot thing, and I do want to say there has been a ton more loot thrown throughout the world, so I understand wanting full-on money clips. I think we would all like to be able to stumble across money clips all over our houses and in-game. However, I do think Rockstar has made a serious effort here into improving the loot gen, and I do want to note that because as much as I'm all here for criticism, I do want to give credit where credit is due. Another one of these comments says allow us to wear bandoliers, and I want to touch for a little bit. Maybe some people might be confused as to why so many people are upset about this, and that's because in a lot of the promo pics, a lot of the advertising for this update, characters were wearing things that we did not previously have access to in game, and so a lot of the early hype for the update was around the fact that we were going to be getting these pieces of clothing or kit in regards to maybe bandoliers or satchels, things like that, so that we could actually have them on our character. Previously, we just kind of throw things into the ether when we put them in our satchel, and we didn't have any bandoliers at all. So when these promo pics came out and they're showing, you know, people with satchels and bandoliers, Rockstar's very clearly hinting at that, and then for them not to be actually functional in the game really rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. So I just wanted to give a little bit of context there because I recognize that might be confusing for some people. We have another comment here that just flat out says too repetitive, which if you're grinding the roles, I can definitely understand, because as this next comment says, it takes so long to level up in the roles. I will say the Outlaw Pass really negates that. It gives you 25% bonus XP. You can still buy it for another month and a half, so I would recommend buying the Outlaw Pass if you haven't already. It's very, very useful. You get a ton of cool cosmetics, but if you don't have the Outlaw Pass, oh boy, I don't even want to think about how long leveling up those roles would take. But I think that's also one of the points that Rockstar was going for, which is like, hey, we're gonna give you stuff for you guys to chew on for a while. Another comment here flat out says we need houses, and you know what, to be honest with you, I agree, and Rockstar actually came out recently talking about that, and more are saying that it's coming, but it's down the road, which is good. We knew that, but it's good to hear it from the horse's mouth themselves. So yes, I agree, we do need houses. And then we have another comment here that I actually want to defer to you guys on, so let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about this if you're a free aim player. It says, it's fine, but the PvP is worse now. Free aim showdowns shouldn't have ability cards. Now, I'm not somebody who plays free aim, nor do I really play that much showdowns. I'm more of a free roam guy myself, so I really have enjoyed the changes that have come. I do, you know, wish some of the realism was still there. Like, I don't like how the rifle just snaps to your back, but things like, you know, the faster weapon cocking, etc., it is nice for gunplay, but I don't know what the ability cards impact on a free aim lobby is like, so if you do, please let me know in the comment section down below. And we're gonna round this out with one more that says the outfits were a huge letdown for me. Now, as you guys can see, this is a really common consensus here. A lot of the early promo, like I said, was around these outfits, and so people not being able to use those outfits and the outfit pieces themselves not being functional is really upsetting for people, which I totally agree with, and I totally think that makes sense. I do think a lot of it was inferred, and maybe that was on the community in the slightest degree, like where we saw a satchel and immediately assumed it was like a usable satchel and not like a a picture of a satchel, but I mean, at the end of the day, it is still something that people are upset about, and I do think Rockstar is going to implement some changes regarding them. However, with regards to that, only time will tell. But that about wraps it up for the bad, and now, finally, my friends, we can make our way to the long-awaited the good. Now, there are a ton of good things about this update, which you no doubt know if you've been playing. Now, if you power grinded the game, you might have a different perspective from those who didn't. So please let me know how fast you maxed out your roles, or if they're maxed out at all, and what your experience is in the comment section down below, because it's not just these comments that I'm reading off that I care about. I want to know what you guys, the people who are just watching this video, who didn't participate in the poll, also think. So let me know in the comment section down below. This is the one I'm most excited about, because it's where we get to talk about all the cool stuff we just got, right? Alright, so starting this list off, we have a comment here that says, I think it was worth the wait, but they need to keep it up. If we have to wait another couple of months to get another content update, then the game isn't going to last. We need more roles and more things to buy with the money we earn from those roles, especially the second one. I'd like to see some form of house purchasing, vehicle purchasing, and more, but all in all, yes, it was certainly worth it. And I chose this one to start off because it is a little bit, you know, it's give and take, right? It's like, yes, this was definitely worth the wait, but we need it to be consistent, which I think is super fair. I don't think it would be right to just be like, yeah, this is 100 billion% worth it, and that's all I was expecting, because it shouldn't be. We've been patient, and this game should be paid a lot more attention in the coming weeks and months, which it has been since this update has come out. So I thought that was a great one to start us off. The next comment here I agree with completely, and it's actually been something that I've really taken a lot of notice to, and I think has really improved the quality of the gameplay experience, and that is the random encounters really get you hooked on the game now alongside the roles. And for me, it's that random encounters thing, man. I have had so much fun with the random encounters. I've really not noticed them before this update, and then all of a sudden, I feel like every time I, hop into the game, there's some stuff going on. I'm like, oh, I gotta help these people, or, this or that. I'm getting attacked, or whatever it is, and it gives you, just jumps you into the world, whereas before you kind of spawned in and you were like, all right, well, do I want to go do this, or do I want to go do that? Well, you spawn in now, you're like right in the action. The next comment we've got here says, the update is great. I've been casually playing, and I'm the max level trader and collector. I'm only level 5 on Bounty Hunter, but to be honest, the collector is really fun for me. Bounty hunting kind of gets boring when doing it alone, and I think that's true. I think bounty hunting does get boring when you do it alone, and I think it's one of those that is way more structured around a posse, which is cool because it kind of forces you into that mode. If you're somebody who traditionally plays solo, playing with some friends can add a lot of variance to your session. So I think it's cool that Rockstar made one that was more geared towards groups, but I also think it should have been a little bit easier to level up as a solo as well. We've got another comment here that says, pros and cons aside, ranging from server crashes, money and XP glitches, more immersive encounters, new items and such, it is safe to say that since the release of the update, what is sleep? And you know what? That has totally been my experience. I have played the living crap out of this update, and to be honest with you, I had to switch and play some Rust for a little bit because I played so much Red Dead in the span of that first week that the update came out that I was like, whoa. We got another comment here that says, it's definitely keeping me busy. I'm all over the map and in places I normally wouldn't be in. The only thing that sucks is that I feel like the update came with daily challenge wipes and an obvious cutback in animals roaming around. That daily challenge wipe, man, I feel so bad for everybody who had such a big streak and then it got ruined by that. I'm sorry. But also, yeah, the animals definitely got cut back, but I think I agree with this whole premise of I'm in a lot of places I wouldn't normally be in. It kind of goes right hand in hand with those random encounters. I'm like, oh wait, what's going on here? What's going on there? I want to go to Amberino, or I spawned in Amberino for some reason, and I'm getting attacked by some bandits in Coulter, and I'm just like, what is going on? It's just so fun to be in these random spots and in these places of the map that maybe were super fleshed out in story mode or had a lot going on or a lot of nostalgia in story mode that have fallen to the wayside a bit in online. And finally, we've got a comment here that says, this update got me back into the game after several months, which I am very grateful for. And that is going to round out the good. Well, so I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you want to support the channel, please just share this video with a friend or subscribe to the channel and click click on another video. Those are the two ways that you can really help a YouTuber. Likes are cool, comments are amazing. I want to know what you guys think, but if you want to help me out, those two ways are the primary ways to do it. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I put a lot of effort into this video, so don't let it flop, TikTok. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go. Peace.